fill your thirst beside the river. Wash the journey from your hands. Feel the comfort flow inside you. Come this.
Hi, welcome to Healing Outside the Box. I'm Rosemary Lachance, an energy healer and a spiritual advisor and teacher.
And I'm Carla Agustyn, a spiritual teacher.
Tonight we are continuing our Life Explained series, which will give you food for thought information about spirituality based on the teachings of Hans Wilhelm from his series. We will play one or two different DVDs and then have dialogue about it. We encourage you to call or email us or write to NHTV with your questions. We will answer them on the show or privately if you prefer. This is not a religious show, and no matter what religion or belief you follow, the information we give you will only enhance your beliefs. We do not try to convince you of anything. This series is recorded and will be shown in your area on your local public service cable network. Please contact them for dates and times.
Now please visit Rosemary's or Hans's website where you'll find a wealth of information about our show and this series. Our shows are now available for you to watch on YouTube for free. Just go on YouTube and type in Healing Outside the Box to make your choices. We're constantly adding new shows, so please keep checking back. We're also on Facebook under Healing Outside the Box. Please like our page for the latest information about our show. We hope you enjoy the show.
Okay, tonight it is our 253rd show, and the title of the show is called Why the Population Explosion All of a Sudden Now. So we're going to first play Hans' DVD, and then we will talk about it after. Okay?
Welcome. Today I want to explore with you the reason for the sudden population explosion on our planet. Why are there so many souls trying to incarnate at this particular time? To find the answer, we once again have to step back from the tapestry of life and take a look at the bigger picture perspective. As we have seen in many of my videos, during the event that is commonly called the Fall, countless spiritual beings left the absolute reality, our true home, and settled in the temporary or relative reality of space and time. This temporary reality consists of 7 spiritual realms. They are from the highest, the realm of mercy, then love, patience, earnestness, divine wisdom, divine will, and order. These realms are, like everything else, nothing but energy and vibration. From the highest vibration being up here to the lowest one down here, where we find our material universe with planet Earth. Matter is, of course, also nothing other but transformed down spiritual energy. All these 7 spheres or realms are populated by these spiritual beings who have left the absolute reality and which are now called fall beings or souls. By acting against the law of love, through the fall, they had burdened themselves with soul burdens, also known as karma. I explained this in greater detail in my video on the path of the soul. The lower 4 spheres, or realms, are called the Purification Spheres, where souls can gradually purify themselves from their soul burden, their karma. But it is a very slow process because, according to the law of attraction, these souls are surrounded by like-minded souls. That means that they are stuck in some kind of bubble where everyone thinks and acts the same way. Furthermore, they do not have a physical body like we have here on Earth. Our physical body works as a buffer that softens the impact of our karma. But in the spiritual realm, our soul is totally exposed to the effects of our own karma. It is more painful and can even be scary at times. But we are given a wonderful opportunity to clear up much of our karma by incarnating to planet Earth, which is basically a school for souls to speed up our return home. Here on Earth, we are exposed to many different points of views, lifestyles, cultures, teachings, and so on, because the souls here on Earth are coming from all 4 lower spiritual realms. This also means that we can meet up with souls with whom we have unresolved issues from past lives. Furthermore, we have our physical body that surrounds our soul and softens the karmic impacts. So souls that wish to clear up their karma faster have the opportunity to visit this very special and unique school, the Earth School. And not only once, but if necessary several times, which explains the reality of reincarnation. We have to remember that we souls are eternal beings. We live forever. And from that vast perspective of eternity, these visits to planet Earth of an average 25,000 days are extremely brief. Here on Earth we are spiritual beings who are having a very brief human experience. But do we see now that at any given time only a tiny number of all these fall beings of these 4 lower purification spheres have incarnated and are attending the Earth School? The vast majority remains in these spiritual and astral realms. It's the same with our present Earth population, of which only a very small percentage is going to school at any given time. For thousands of years, the number of souls that are here on Earth have been pretty stable or increased only very moderately. But as time began to speed up, souls began to incarnate much faster than before. Where in the past the period between incarnations could be hundreds of years, many souls now began to reincarnate after a few years only. Very suddenly, in the last century, the numbers increased dramatically. We can speak of a population explosion. Where at the beginning of the last century the world's population was only 1.5 billion people, it now is reaching 8 billion people in only 120 years. Why is this happening? Why the sudden frantic rush of souls to incarnate and have a brief human experience? The answer lies in the evolution of our planet. Earth itself is also an evolving living entity and is undergoing a dramatic change. It is shedding off everything that no longer serves the planet so that Earth can reach a higher vibration and comes into a new and higher dimension. This transition is dramatic, to say the least. The Earth is shaking itself and spews forth everything that does not belong to the innermost part of the Earth, to the pure being. All the suffering and the negativity that humans have inflicted on Mother Earth will now come back to mankind as karma and be transformed into light so that the Earth can transition to the higher vibration, a new dimension. This extraordinary event has been widely known in these purification spheres. Billions of souls have realized that this event is a unique opportunity to expedite, clear up and transform their personal karma in a very short time span, even if it means that their life might be painful and difficult. But negative karma, which would take eons in the spiritual world to endure, can now be resolved in a matter of months or years. From the perspective of a soul that wishes to return back to the absolute reality, to God, this opportunity is something they would not want to miss out on. And souls in the lower astral spheres also know that they will no longer be able to incarnate because Earth will be on a higher frequency than they are after the transition. This is their last chance. Therefore, billions of souls have started to push for incarnation to be part of this cataclysmic event of planet Earth. It's like the final scene of a great musical when the entire troupe of actors and singers come back to the stage for one final song together before the last curtain falls. Only this time, the last curtain that falls are the financial system, the political system, the military system, the ecological system, the religious system, the climate collapse and anything else that man created and that was not in accordance with the divine laws of love. As the repository planets that store our karma are downloading these soul burdens back to the originators, all these systems are coming crashing down. This is not the end of the planet, but merely the end of the world as we know it, and it is the beginning of the new Earth, of higher vibration. And yes, That is exactly the moment billions of souls have been waiting for to incarnate for their own rapid growth and purification. It's like a gigantic power wash that cleanses souls in a fast and robust way. The sad thing is that many souls had problems finding suitable baby bodies to incarnate. Due to birth control and abortion, there are only a limited number of babies born in the first world countries. But these souls are so desperate to be here at this particular time of Earth's transition that they are willing to incarnate even in the poorest and most deprived conditions in third world countries, which explains the exploding birth rates. Herein also lies the answer for any young couple that wonders if it is okay to have children at this time. Any soul that now incarnates goes through the same pre-birth counseling that you and I went through. The soul will be shown the possible challenges and difficulties that lie ahead in their new incarnation and has to agree to be born. Nobody is here against their own free will. The transition the Earth is going through affects everyone very differently, according to our own karmic burden. But we need to remember that we are never alone at this time. The divine world, spirit, with all its division and entities are here, supporting us and guide us and usher us through the chaotic time that lies ahead. God does not want us to suffer, be hungry, sick, or without shelter. He wants to rescue us if we wish to. We have to trust this divine guidance. Besides, our vast experiences of many past lifetimes have prepared and primed us to weather these turbulences fearlessly. So what this all means is that you and I have also consciously decided to be here at this very moment to clear up our own karma and to serve in this transition in whatever capacity we are able to do. Everyone is needed for collaboration and participation. This transition is nothing but the birth pain of a new magnificent Earth, the Terra Nova, of a higher frequency that will be very different to the world we have today. It will be the beginning of the kingdom of peace with all people, animals, plants and minerals. We humans will change from a mind-based perception to heart-centered awareness. This is an exceptional moment of time, and you and I have won the lottery to be allowed to witness this ascension and to be part of it. This gift of transformation allows us to become who we truly are, divine sons and divine daughters of the living God. So instead of fear and despair, let's use gratefulness and courage. By focusing on the light that is waiting for us and always accepting what is, we will be guided through this period. Let's fasten our seatbelts and let God within us be our captain on this bumpy yet extraordinary ride to freedom. As always, it has been a privilege having been with you.
Wow.
That was very good, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Explained a lot of things.
Yeah, it really did.
It really, really did.
Yeah.
There's so much that people don't know. They really don't. And when you try to tell some people, they just think it's fairy tales, you know. They don't know.
Right.
I don't know what to say.
Know.
I don't know what to say.
I don't know. I try to be open, you know, I try to be open to
Right, I know.
what's possibilities. I mean, there's things I believe today that I would have thought was
I know.
a little cray-cray,
I know.
you know, a few decades ago. So,
I know, you've come a long way.
yeah, so, all right. So let's just start at the beginning then. There's a lot here.
Yes, there is.
Why did we leave heaven in the first place?
Because some of us wanted to be God. We weren't satisfied with just what God gave us, which was everything. He gave us everything. We wanted for nothing. But this one particular woman wanted, or female, wanted to be God. Mm-hmm. So she started what you call a revolution. Mm-hmm. And she grabbed a second in command, and all the other people she talked to, and they went around, you know, like when they're starting a war in a country, talk to rebels, talk to this one, talk to that one. And they got a whole bunch of people. And then negativity was terrible in heaven. And heaven, negativity can't stand.
exist.
No,
Mm-mm.
it just falls out. It just won't hold it. It's like being on a cloud floor. You can't. So God knew this, so he had Michael, the archangel, lead the people out of the pure heavens, and he gave us part of one of the planes there that we could live on, which became Earth, and where we could work on, because he loved us no matter what we did. So he did this for us, and that's why we have the planet Earth to live on. But Satana, when Christ did what he did on the, when he offered his life for us, he fixed it so that she wanted us to dissolve, so to speak, become just pieces of ether, so she could create a new earth, a new place, a new heaven, and everything herself, run by her. And of course, that never happened.
Right.
And when he did that, he stopped it. So she knew she had lost, but her second in command, whose name in heaven is called demon. Demon's not a bad word. We just think so here. He took over, and he is the one now who they call Lucifer, the devil, and everything
Satan,
else.
right,
And he's Satan. He's the one who now is trying to.
What happened to her?
Change. She's became like us. Incarnation, learning, coming back, learning on the spiritual plane, doing what she's doing to get herself back home again.
Okay. All right.
But he now has become even worse.
Right.
And he's trying to take over. And that's what all these things are happening now.
Does he think he's going to win?
He does. He thinks he's going to win.
He thinks he's gonna win.
He doesn't have a clue, really.
Right.
He doesn't.
Right.
And people worship him and
Right.
follow him. And that's what's going on now.
Yeah, we see it now.
That's exactly what's happening now.
It's bolder.
Yep.
It's much bolder in terms of, of
it's
the
ever been
occult
now,
and
yeah.
satanic worship. Yeah, it's very bold.
Yep. I don't even care anymore to hide it.
No. It's in full.
That's right.
It's unbelievable. I think once you open yourself up to it, I can't believe it's everywhere. It's Super Bowl halftime show. I can't believe the boldness of the satanic symbolism that's in our media, that's in movies and TV shows and the Olympics. It's just unbeliable, the boldness of it, that it's out there.
I know. They had that video on YouTube, which they have since taken down, about the fall cabal, and they showed pictures. Remember that? They showed all the pictures of the symbols and where they did appear, and I was like, oh my God.
Yeah. Yeah, they're everywhere.
But now they've taken it down, so you can't see it anymore.
All right, so we go to the purification stuff. So we really live on the purification spheres, right? Because we're trying to work out all this karma. Is that it?
Yep.
All of us that followed Satana,
Right.
individually, all these souls, that's us, right? We did this?
Yeah, most of us came here from that. Some of us came here because we wanted to help people,
Okay.
but then we picked up karma because it's powerful. The pull here is very powerful.
Okay.
So we picked up karma, and we've had to come back. So
right.
I don't know who we are yet. So.
Right. Okay. All right. So we're on these purification spheres to try to purify ourselves, basically.
Out in the universe, yeah.
Out in the universe. And we're on the first 4 purification spheres. I know we did a show on this, but he talks about how we're on the first 4, and then there's 7 of them.
Yeah.
So it's the first 4 that come to Earth. After that,
Then they start getting,
I guess your vibration's too high. Is that it?
Yeah. Then
So you've graduated. Once you get to that 5th sphere, and you don't come. So it's just the people that are on the first 4 that actually come. Okay. So what do we look like when we shed our body, as a soul? What does the soul look like?
Okay, there's 3 parts to us. There's body, soul, and spirit. And each one on top of each other. Spirit is, let's take the body. You see what the body looks like, right?
Right.
Now the soul looks just like the body.
Oh, it does.
Only it contains all our karma. All right? They likened it to an onion, that every time you realize something you've done wrong, you made amends, you're so heartily sorry and everything else, you peel that part off, peel it off. And then when it's all peeled off, it reveals a beautiful spiritual being. And it's like, you've seen it probably in movies when a beautiful being will come down and visit, like they had the pictures of Mary coming down. I don't know how true that is, but the spirit, it's like we're we're not solid like this anymore. We're all about 25 years of age. We're all beautiful and handsome. There's no ugly. Ugly only came from being here.
Right.
Yeah. Everybody's beautiful and handsome, and everybody is just totally love. Just complete and total love. And that's what we look like. We're like, I don't know. What did you see spirit in movies? You see what they look like.
Right.
You know,
right.
not solid
right,
like this.
A little more translucent.
Right.
And so everybody's love, even though they have karma? Because the karma's on the soul,
Once you shed your body and your soul and your pure spirit, there's no more karma.
Oh, okay. You shed... Oh, okay. So it's not just your body.
No.
It's your your soul.
The body you need to get around this planet. When you're in the purification spheres, your soul, which is just like, this looks just like us, but lighter looking, that's all.
Right. But the soul has karma.
Oh, yeah, it still has karma.
So even though you're on the purification spheres, I mean, is there a lot of love there as well?
No, not like the heavens. No,
not like the heavens.
No,
okay,
no.
So you're making a distinction with the heavens. Okay.
There are,
Yeah.
It's still going on. And the thing that's really bad for all of us is that you can hear each other's thoughts.
In heaven?
No.
Oh,
Well, in heaven, yeah, but by then it doesn't matter. But in the purification spheres, when you're a soul, if somebody walks by and you thought, well, she's not so good looking, she can hear you. And you turn around and look at you. You can't say the things. You can't even think the things over there. Like you can hide yourself here, but you can't hide there.
Okay.
So you're probably gonna have a lot of arguments with people in those places.
Wow.
But there are all kinds of people that are trying to get better, And usually, what it is each sphere, and there's a lot of them. There's 49 total.
Oh, okay. I thought he was saying the 7. No.
7 times 7.
Oh, okay. There's 7 levels to each one or something.
Right.
Okay, got it.
So wherever you go, the people that think like you and feel like you, that's what you'll be surrounded with. Like attracts like. In those places, it's a pull of like attracts like. Whatever your thoughts and your feelings are, those are the kind of people you're going to be with. So there won't be so much of that. If you think of that, if you regress a little and think a bad thought, they'll know it. And they'll tell you, hey,
Right.
And you'll stay there. The only problem is you won't want to leave there because you think everything's nice. Everybody's telling you, well, this is great, and we're all happy, and we're working together. But then one day you get bored, and you think, there's got to be something more. And you want to get back home to God where first of all, is your dual being, whether it's man or woman. You have spiritual children. All you do is create all the time, and it's most gorgeous. You couldn't even believe. I couldn't even describe, because I don't know how beautiful and how wonderful it is there. So.
Right.
People don't want to die. They think this is all there is.
Right.
This is nothing. This is poo-poo compared to what it's like up there.
I wonder how fast people do move off. You know what I mean? I mean, if we could measure it in our time, is it just something... Do people eventually move forward? I know they say it's slower to advance. That's why we come here, right? That's why we come to Earth School, because it can happen quicker.
Yes.
So, I just curious how...
It happens quicker because people will rub you the wrong way, so to speak.
So you have to get over it.
And what it is they're not rubbing you the wrong way. They're just showing you what's wrong with you.
What's bothering you.
No matter what the problem is me.
Right.
If everybody thought like that and thought, now why am I getting upset with this person? Why am I angry with that person? Why am I doing this? Why am I doing that? But they don't.
Right.
Most of them don't.
Right.
And there's such valuable lessons to be learned from that, and you can move on so much quicker. But they don't, especially nowadays when what's happening in the world, which is another story.
Right, which is...
We'll be talking about it on our next show. So
I know. So he says that only a tiny number get to come to Earth. So how do you think we do get chosen? Or how do you think, seriously, like applying for it or what? I mean, because there's so many more souls in the spheres than there are here.
When we go on the other side, that movie, the Astral City, I wish everybody could buy that and watch it, because it explains completely what happens. When you go on these different levels, these different planes, you work over there too, and you try to work yourself out and you try to get better, and then as you're doing that, you're thinking that, maybe I need another incarnation to really work this out now. I need to do this. And you talk to the elders, and they notice that you are, and they even may suggest to you, why don't you have another incarnation? I think you've got it. I think you'll get through it. And when you get through it on this time, you'll be rising higher.
Okay.
So between the elders that are on the planets and the way you behave, that's how it's decided if you're to come back or not.
Mm-hmm.
And when you do, that's when you pick. It's all predestined. When you coming and when you're going to die, it's all predestined. What you're going to have problems that you're going to come across, everything.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what happens.
Yeah.
But once people get here, sometimes they don't finish it.
Really
they don't make it up. They get caught up in other things.
Right.
They don't work it out.
Okay, so this was interesting when he said, what did he mean when we are in the body, the karma impact that hits us is softened by the body. Okay, and it's softer than on the other side, right? Okay, so explain
planes,
that.
yeah.
That.
I can tell you about myself. I have, through the years, realized some of the things that I've done that I am very upset with myself about. And when I think back about them, I'll start to cry, really cry, because the pain in my heart will be so strong, and crying will help me to release it. And there's a release. People know that when you cry, you know that you're releasing.
Right.
And then you can, when you finish, you can get yourself dressed up and go outside and have a nice dinner, or get yourself that hot fudge sundae you want or whatever. In the other planes, it's not like that. There's no body to cry. And they'd say it's like burning, right? When they describe hell as like burning. The hell is within you. There's no physical hell. It's in you, because you feel that pain so much, but you can't get it out because you can't cry over there. You don't have a body. Bodies cry. Spirits, souls don't cry. The physical tears and all that stuff, okay? So you can't do that. So you just sit there and feel that pain and just suffer with it. And when you're finished, you don't go out and get these other things, because they're not made like that, those other places, So that's what it means. The body buffers it. The crying, the doing something nice for yourself, going here, going there, and so forth, so on. And that's what it means.
So that's interesting. So, I mean, I haven't heard that before. He was saying on the spheres, our souls are totally exposed to karma. And he said it can be painful and at times scary. I just wouldn't think, I thought all the pain was here.
No.
See, that's what I thought.
Yeah.
All the pain was here.
The physical pain.
Yeah. And
the mental pain. Let's put it that way.
It's the mental pain.
The mental pain can be bad here too, but over there, it's all mental pain.
Okay.
So if you get cancer because it's karmic, which is why you get cancer, why you get any disease, it's all karmic. When you get that, it helps to, if you recognize, if you have any spirituality about you, and you say to yourself, if you believe in these things, and you say, why did I have this? And I don't know what to tell you to do if you don't study these things, if you have no belief, because everybody thinks they're a victim. They think illnesses and diseases and blows of faith are just because people are victims, but they're not victims. You chose this. You knew it was going to happen to you. And the suffering that you're going through here can be eased up by the illness. Okay, that takes some of the pain of the suffering away. When you're over there, you don't have that. It doesn't going to happen that way. You're just going to have to, how can I put it, stand there, feel the pain, the heart pain, and think, oh my God, I'm so sorry. Oh my goodness, and you can't cry, and you can't do anything about it. You can't. So that's what that scariness is about.
So how do we even advance? I mean, I know it is said that we advance
write it through.
slowly. It's just because we march on. We just suffer through it.
Ride it through.
Just ride it through.
It's like the old days when they used to get shot and there was no doctor out in the plains. Drink some whiskey, bite this leather strap, and you're going to stick the knife and pull the bullet out. Okay,
Right.
The same type of thing. When it's over, you get well. You got to bite the bullet and go through it, and then it passes.
And then it'll pass.
And your elders, the elders here, will always help you, and your angels are still with you there too.
Right.
In the astral spheres, in the purification planes. I mean.
Right. Right.
Not to be confused. The astral spheres is where the low demons are. Yeah. Okay.
All right. So how and why does time speed up?
Say that again, please.
You know, how and why does time speed up?
Oh, because the planet's rotating quicker. See, that's why you don't know, you don't realize it, but it's spinning faster. And I thought that was crazy until one day somebody said, "Watch the sun." I said, "Watch the sun?" But it didn't mean watch the sun. It's up there. Watch the sun on the table. So I did. The sun was shining on the table, and I put like a pen or something right where the sun was. I looked at it just a few minutes later. It was in the shade. I said, "Whoa, that was fast." Try that sometime, everybody. Try doing that.
So
Watch how fast it moves out now. But if you didn't do it then, it would have been really slow. But now the Earth is spinning faster because time is running out.
Really?
For this planet. It's going to be a new heaven, new Earth. Yeah.
Okay, so everything is going faster.
Everything's going faster. That's why you can't tell, so to speak. Try something like that.
Well, if the Earth is spinning faster, could that be what causes all this, upheaval on the Earth in terms of weather?
Yeah. Oh, the weather.
I mean, with the Earth speeding up.
No. The weather is caused by man's negativity, man's evil ways, and so forth. You're sending out, how can I say it? It's like as if you had these darts in your head or these arrows. You send them out, and you're sending them out in the atmosphere, and you're sending them into the earth or into the air, and it's causing turbulences, whether it's in the earth, which with earthquakes and volcanoes, or the air, which is hurricanes and storms like that. Wherever it's a negative that forces the weather. You've probably seen it in movies.
It's just all the negativity.
Yeah, a real science fiction movie, you'll see people are so evil, they're so evil, and the evil is going out into the atmosphere, and it's causing these storms and things that are happening.
Well, it seems like what's the term? It just seems like just endless in terms of, you talked about the population growing because so many souls want the opportunity to deal with their karma here. So it would make sense then evil's growing. If the population in, I think he said like 120 years, has gone from 1.5 billion to 8 billion, then that would mean there's that many more percentage-wise
coming here.
Evil. So it'd be that much more negativity to the earth, right?
That's
right. With all this evil.
And yet, when the storms happen, it gets rid of a lot of negativity. It blows over, so to speak. When it happens, it gets rid of the negativity because in the suffering and in the devastation, the negativity goes. It's gone. It's like, you're fighting something and you fought it and you won it. It's over.
It's over.
So that's what it does. So actually these storms are a good thing because they get rid of a lot of negativity. But they don't have to happen if there wasn't any negativity.
All right, so that was my next question. How does the earth shake off the negativity that humans impose on it? So one way is...
It shakes off the people.
Oh.
That's what he's talking about.
Oh, he's talking about shaking off the people.
When they're in the storms, when they're in the earthquakes, into the ground. When they're in the volcanoes, the lava.
Okay.
And the hurricanes, the wind.
It's going to take people away.
Yeah.
It's going to take them away.
Lots of people are going to be...
So he says the planet's evolving and shedding off everything not serving it, which I found a fascinating statement just because that's like the spiritual journey, right? So we talk about all the time on the spiritual journey, is to evolve, find yourself, and let go of what's not serving you anymore. We use that word. So in a way, it's like a spiritual journey for the earth to you know, I mean, if the Earth is doing the same thing, shedding off everything not serving it.
Earth has a soul.
It does. See,
All
this
the
is
other
what I
planets,
didn't
they have soul.
understand. That
Yeah,
was one of my
Earth-
questions.
Earth has a
because
soul too. When we don't need it anymore and it's gone, okay, and that's got a long time from now yet. The soul of the Earth, the outside will blow apart and the soul will go back to the pure heavens, because everything is energy, nothing is lost, everything goes back to heaven.
Okay, so this is news for me. So the Earth is a soul.
Yeah, has a soul. Oh yeah. So what he's saying by shaking off negativity and what doesn't serve me anymore, these people who are just not getting it, these people who are committing all these crimes and doing all these horrible things and trying to make other people do horrible things,
Right.
that's the negativity that's going to be
It's
shaken
just too
off.
much.
Just like,
It's got to go.
gotta go. These people have to go. No more. You can't do it anymore here. Not doing it anymore. You're gonna totally make the world blow apart.
Okay. All right. So, all right, because I tended to think it's the Earth is a planet and it's a school, but not a soul. I got confused with that.
Not a soul?
Yeah, not a soul. Just the Earth is a
spirit,
place,
yeah.
but not as a soul.
Yeah, not as a soul because it's pure inside. Yeah, I mean this beautiful place. Mother Earth is alive. She gives us everything we
Right.
need to survive. She's wonderful to us.
But she is a soul. I mean, there is a soul there in Earth.
A spirit, yeah.
Yeah, there's a spirit to it. Is Earth considered successful? I mean, is Earth's school, as far as souls coming in, it's considered successful?
Sure.
Okay.
Lots of people learned, and they
Okay.
went. Remember, I told you a story about the man who had the heart attack, and his family sent him flowers, and I was working at the hospital then.
Yeah.
And I brought the flowers to him, and he started to cry, and I said, "Whoa, why are you crying? No, don't cry. Why? It's wonderful. Your family sent you flowers." He goes, "Because I was terrible to them. All I cared about was making money, and I worked and worked all the time. I didn't do the things I should with my children. I didn't take my wife. I didn't do anything with them. I neglected them for making money. I wanted more and more and more." He said, "And what I have is heart attack." And that was his karma, you see. He didn't realize it. I don't know what he knew, but he didn't know. And he said, "From now on, I'm a different man." So this man has learned his lesson. I mean, don't you get goosebumps when you hear that?
Yes, for sure.
He has learned his lesson. He learned some of his karma. He probably came into the world that kind of person. I'm sure he did. And he learned. So yeah, there's so much success here. When people get it, when they finally get it, you know? We didn't come here to play. This isn't a playground to play. This is a place where we have to work on ourselves.
All right, so let's see. So why will the world, not the planet, but the world end as we know it?
Okay, you know what the world is? The world is people.
Yes.
That's what's considered the world. The planet
Civilization
is Earth.
as it is on the planet. but
Now,
not
why
the
will
planet.
what did you say it again?
Yeah, so why will the world end as we know it?
Because of the people.
It's the people.
Yeah,
But
the world is the people.
Okay,
And
so the Earth, if the Earth is like, okay, I can't take much more of this
Right.
people. It's just too much negativity, and something's got to give.
they're destroying. Look what we're doing to the planet. We're blowing her up. We're taking her resources, right?
know.
We're killing her animals.
Right.
You know, we're killing her trees, her forests, her everything. How much can she go take of that kind of thing?
Well, I would imagine it's not just that, but I would think that negativity is negativity, right? So it's not just that, what we're doing to, say, Mother Earth, but it's also what we're doing to each other, how we're treating each other, the lies that happen, the deceit
That's
that
the
goes
world.
on. That's the world,
world.
but I would think that would affect Mother Earth as
world,
well.
yeah,
I
the-
don't think it's just, I don't know if it's just, if the Earth's a soul, then all negativity is going to affect it. Not just what we do to the plants, the animals, the atmosphere.
Yeah, you're right. What we send
the
out,
oceans.
we send
it's
it out.
What we send out
right.
is going to also affect her because
Yeah.
we live here. And our negativity with each other is just going to
Disrupt her beauty, disrupt all the things.
everything. So she's going to react also to that as well.
And part of her is the animal and nature king and mineral kingdoms. That's part of the earth that was put here for us to enjoy and not destroy, to enjoy, but they're destroying everything. And that means you destroy Mother Earth. So the world, which is the people, they haven't gotten it by pretty soon. They're just going to be taken off the Earth.
Because the people are going to be taken off. Like, which people? I mean, the people that are destroying the Earth, the people that are
destroying each other and the Earth. Yeah.
Mean. Okay.
They're not getting it. They're not working on themselves. They're not doing. They're just a pimple.
Right.
You know, what else can I say? An infected pimple.
Right.
That's what they are. They're not doing any good. They're not nothing. So it's time to go.
It's just time to go.
Yeah.
Okay. So our souls, I want to make sure I understand this. So he said souls are coming at a very quick rate, right? They're even willing to go to terribly impoverished areas just to be able to come and work on their karma.
No, just to get here. A lot of them don't even work on their karma. They just want to get here.
Why do they want to get here?
Because they remember the incarnations and remember what they had. But they figure, we'll go over there. All right, I'm going to take a touchy subject. Take the illegal aliens that are trying to come into the United States, all right? Now, that's wrong on a scale of this. They incarnated where they, you know, they said they were going to go to this nation where things are not good, and they're going to work on their karma. But what they really wanted was just to get here, okay? And once they got here, they realized that that's what they wanted. So, but they went there to work it out. They living in those conditions to work out their karma. And all of a sudden, they don't want to live in those conditions. They want to get over to the land of milk and honey, which is the USA. They want to get, or other countries that are nice. They want to go any place but where they are. You see? So.
Well, there's a plan that happens before you come. So how are people just saying, I just want to go? How are people, and why? Why would they just, why? I guess I don't understand that.
Because in their minds, they're thinking, I just want to get here. See, angels won't stop anybody from coming. Not now. Because you can still incarnate. But it's closing. It's getting tighter and tighter and tighter. Pretty soon you'll see that. They won't be incarnating like it was, okay? Those many people went
special. But why would people want to come why would souls want to come if they're really not going to work on their karma? Like, why would they?
Because of the earth, what it offers.
You know.
The riches. Beautiful
just beautiful experience.
Yeah. The food, the sex, the money, the power. That's what we've built up here. We haven't done. So many people haven't done what they came to do.
So they're not coming with good intentions.
No.
Oh dear. Okay. So
they try to. The angels try to tell you that when you're going to come here, you shouldn't be going out. You should have to go whatever to learn this. This is what you have to work out. I just want to come. I just want to come, and they won't stop us because we have free will. But once the new earth is, the vibration won't let them come. In other words, the vibration of the earth now is like those people that just want to come here and play. So they can still come here and play.
So they're going to come now and they're going to make it worse.
Yes.
So they're going to make everything worse.
Yes.
All the beings.
Because that's the vibration. But when the new earth comes, it's like everything will be clean and shiny and nice. And those kind of people, they won't be able to come because everything is born on vibration, the whole universe. They won't be able to come. They won't be able to ride the vibration into the planet.
All right, so let's talk about what the new earth is. What does that mean? You know, the new earth.
That'll be a time when people are living the Ten Commandments and the Sermon on the Mount. When they're
so it has
doing
to be
for
a
others.
lot of cleansing.
Yes, a lot of cleansing.
A lot of cleansing. Right?
You hate to say that. A lot of cleansing.
A lot of cleansing.
A lot of cleansing.
A lot of cleansing.
I know. There'll be natural cures, no more medicine, side effects, junk like that. Everything's natural because there is now, but people don't pay attention because they want to make money, and that's what's going on now.
Well, will Earth still be the same? Okay, so say we arrive at that. Everybody's living the Ten Commandments, okay? Everybody is, and everything is wonderful.
For the most part. It's not going to be like heaven, but it's going to be.
It's pretty darn good.
Yeah.
Is it still going to be a place people want to go to learn? to
Yeah.
work out their
They'll
karma.
want to come on to work out their karma. But then as
I
time
mean,
goes on.
doesn't it make it more challenging if there's so much negativity here?
No, there'll be a lot
No?
to do. There'll be a lot. Yeah, I don't know exactly.
Okay.
We haven't been told how it's going to be.
Right.
But they'll be doing that, but then as time goes on, it'll start to open up for the other people to come, the darker souls, so that they can work it out. And Lucifer will have one last ditch effort to make his dreams come true. But in the end, it's not going to.
But isn't this the last ditch effort?
No.
I mean, once the new Earth happens,
because eventually they will loosen up. It'll loosen up, and some of the people will come. This is over lots and lots of years.
Right.
I'm talking lots of years, and it'll come to the point where it'll get like that again. Only this time, the world will end, blow apart. Maybe 1,000 years, maybe 500 years. I don't know.
Right.
Be the end, and there'll be no more Earth School.
No more.
Then the next plane, the level of will, that will be so-called. That'll be the next place people will be gravitating to. Everything in the center of will. You know, there's order, will, wisdom, so forth and so on. Yeah. So that's what will happen then. There won't be any more Earth now. There won't be any need for it, because most of the people will have risen to the higher levels and gone on to the higher levels.
Okay.
So there won't be any more need.
Yeah.
And whoever's left on the planet at that time who just wants to keep it the way it was, not nice.
Well, so
They'll
what?
perish with it.
Okay, so.
But not their soul will go on.
Okay, so who, he says, at the end he says, fasten your seatbelt, on this ride to freedom. Like, it's coming, like it's happening. We're basically, are we in it? Are we?
Well, all you have to do is look around. It started now. It's escalated. It's escalated now with a pandemic that is or is not real, with the hype that's going on, with all these now, all these riots, all the things that are happening, what they're doing with the money, what the government's doing, the money, the power, wanting to control people, on and on and on. So it's, look around and you'll see. You can just barely hold on right now.
Right.
And ride it through. That's like he said, fasten your seatbelts and just have to ride it through until our time is over here. And we'll be getting some help from our brothers and sisters on other planets when it gets really bad, which it will.
Right. And we're getting help all
cleansing,
the time.
yeah.
We're getting help all the time, let's face it.
We're getting help from our angels. They're always telling us what to do and helping if we ask for it.
Right.
If we ask God, if we pray.
We have to.
That's why I tell everyone, and they're probably sick of me, just keep your hand in God's hand. Just hold on.
I know, but you know what? Rosemary, I was thinking the same
believe it.
thing. It's like, okay, moral of the story is just keep God in your life, and if you don't have God in your life, get God in your life.
That's right.
Pray.
Not through a religion, not through religion organizations.
Or however you can, whatever works.
No,
for you.
not through religious organizations.
Right.
Because they're telling you theirs is the only way. And you can only get to heaven through them. And that's not true, because heaven is within us. Christ gave us that spark. It's within us. So we don't need anything like that. We want our spirituality back. Get your spirituality back. Hold on to his hand. People are so afraid to die because they think this is all there is.
Right.
Or they're going to a hell. Why would God let there be a hell where you suffer for eternity? God wouldn't do that to us. Would you do that to your children? No. Out there, would you do that to your children? No. God wouldn't do that to his, and he's so much better than we are.
Right.
So that's just something to control. It's a form of control. It's a form of power. That's all that is. Think about it. Sorry, I'm just, please wake up.
No, I know. I mean, so what is, I know it's associated with the New Earth, but like, what do people mean when they say the ascension? There's a lot of people, spiritual teachers that are out there that talk about the ascension, that teach it.
Is it?
What is, he mentions it at the end of the video, like what is the ascension? Is that to the New Earth? Is that basically,
yeah.
Or is that ascension up? to the heavens.
Oh, up, yeah, ascend. Ascend
yeah,
is
right,
up.
right.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
So it's.
They even said, they also talk about the rapture, where people will disappear.
Yes.
That's got some merit to it also. That will happen sort of in a way that I can't explain right now, But yeah, that will happen with some people, just be taken off. If things are really bad, and they may, because it's so bad, they may be hurt, they will be protected from it and taken off the planet. There's talk about a parallel Earth.
Okay.
In our system, which you can't see right now, but it's there. And a lot of them will be brought to that place. Mm-hmm. People are going to think we're crazy here.
I know it. But you know what? If you don't explore, it's how things are discovered. If you don't entertain crazy, if you don't,
right.
then you won't grow.
That's right.
It won't open you up to possibilities.
I love that.
Yeah.
If you don't entertain crazy, you'll never grow.
You'll never grow. And it doesn't. We never tell people they have to buy into any of it. We have to say. We just thank people. We thank you for watching. We really sincerely do.
Yeah,
we appreciate that. But it's just, I know myself, that's all part of the journey, is to be like, oh, I used to be into this, now I'm not into it as much. And now I'm into this, and then I'm not into it as much. And I used to think that, but now I don't. I think that. That's just all part of it. It's part of the fun, if you will, of spirituality. But it's part of, stretching the mind to... I don't know if I totally believe something, but hey, I'm going to think about that.
Right.
That's an interesting...
At least think about it.
Yeah, it's an interesting thought.
Yeah.
Something like this.
What if we're right?
Yeah. So, yeah.
So...
Yeah.
I don't know.
I know. So the other thing I walk away with is make the most of your time here.
That's right.
And I think we're meant to enjoy what Earth has to offer, for sure. We're meant to enjoy the sunrises and a cool drink, and we're meant to enjoy
family
that family love,
being
all
together,
that.
and that's being taken away from us.
Now
all that family to get together.
It's definitely, we feel
terrible.
It's terrible.
And the young people are going to be the worst affected.
Yeah, right. No,
but you know
for
what?
sure.
What's heartwarming, and I think it happens to you too. I'll be out someplace in a restaurant or a store, and somebody will come up to me and say, "I've seen your show.
Yeah.
Oh, it's helped me so much.
Yeah.
I swear to you, this is true." And that is...
Well, it helps you on the path, for sure.
Yeah.
It helps you
so
stay.
I know that some of it is getting through,
Right.
And if you don't
Well,
believe
people
it,
are
that's
searching.
okay. You don't have to believe it.
But if you're watching this show right now, something nags at you that you want to know more.
Mm-hmm.
You may not even know what that is, and that's fine. You may turn this off and not watch us again, but you'll go on to something else.
Right.
That's the beauty of it all, right?
If you're looking for answers, yes.
Just keep searching for the answers.
Right.
Keep entertain everything. Me too. I have people that I follow, and then not so much. No one's meant to be your teacher forever. I know when I was teaching more, when I used to teach Reiki and all that, and it was just, I'm not supposed to be your teacher forever. There's something wrong if I'm your teacher forever.
Right.
Right?
Just like therapy. You're not supposed to be therapy all your life.
Right. Learn what you can, and then you move on to another teacher. You're always supposed to be moving on to another teacher.
That's right.
Yeah.
If it doesn't work for you, we say, this isn't the only way. No, but find a way.
No, find a way.
You may circle around and come back to it again someday. Who knows?
Right.
But find a way. Keep going forward.
And the bottom line is, is that I think most people watching, we're meant, we want to be good. We want to follow, the golden rule. We want to follow the Ten Commandments. We do want that. It's all the temptations along the way. So we are searching for that. We get off track, we try to get back on track. We get off track again, we try to get back on track. That's what we're always, that's all what we're always doing.
I actually feel really sorry for the powerful people today who are trying to manipulate this world and the rest of us, because they're not on any path. They think that they're Lucifer worshipers, and they think that that's the way, and that they're always going to be in control.
Yeah, no,
and one day...
I always thought the term, the the battle between good and evil. It just sounded dramatic and all of that, but it really feels like we're in a battle. That's the only thing I can say.
That's right.
Is that it just feels like we're in a battle. I'm not sure I fully understand it, but something's going on, right?
That's right.
Something's going on
It is.
in this world, in this earth. You
have to be
feel it.
blind or
You can feel it.
really stupid
if
not
you're,
to see
if you're
that.
watching the show, you feel it. I know you feel it. There's just something going on, and it doesn't matter what you believe in politically, religion-wise, culturally. It doesn't. It's just something's up. Something's happening.
Everything we accumulate on this earth, we can't take with us when we go.
Right.
So why spend so much time accumulating? Why not spend time doing helping? Why not help one another, love one another, spread all that? Because that you can take with you.
Right.
The rest of it you can't.
You
It's going to
can't.
make you comfortable here, but you're going to have to give it up one day.
Right. Well, I mean,
So-
but I think that's part of why we come. I think we come to enjoy the different pleasures that
A lot
are
of people do
here.
that, but that's not the
But
reason.
but that's right. But I think we probably do miss that. You know what I mean? I think when we're on the other side, I think we probably we do miss it. I was reading a book, and it said there's no babies being born on the other side.
Yes, there is.
There is,
Oh, yeah. We have spiritual children, but children are procreated over there.
but not on the spheres.
Yes. Oh, on the spheres?
Not on the
Not in the
spheres.
purification spheres, no.
No,
When
not
we get
there.
back home to heaven,
We get back home.
we have spiritual children.
But
yeah.
I'm saying when you're on the spheres and,
Yeah.
and
I don't
you're-
think so.
When you're still incarnating, you still got more to deal with. You
Yeah.
still have more to learn.
Because you're over, and those are just strictly learning planets.
right.
Okay, Earth is a place where we're learning still, but people are still coming. So we have to have babies. We have to,
Right.
babies have to be born so they can come here.
Right.
But it doesn't work that way over there. You go there by your vibration. Like attracts like. These people here are going to go to that planet. The people that think like this are going to go to that one. People think they're going to go to that. That's how it works over there.
Okay.
But when you get home,
So when people die and they go through the tunnel, and people that have had near-death experiences, and then they just say, "Oh, it was so wonderful where I was. It was so peaceful. I didn't want to come back."
Yeah.
They're on the purification
heard
sphere.
a lot of that. Yep.
But they're on the purification sphere. I mean, they're not.
Yeah, they're on a preferred. Yeah, they're not.
Yeah.
They think they went to heaven, but they
didn't go to heaven. Okay.
It doesn't work that
All
way.
right.
No.
Yeah. Okay.
But it's so it's even more beautiful. It's beautiful than here.
Right. That's
And more peaceful
and it's
than
much
here.
more peaceful.
That boy, I love that movie. Heaven is for Real with the little
Right,
boy.
right.
Oh my God, I want to eat him up. That says a lot. What he saw and everything else. And he said nobody has to be afraid. Nothing will hurt you there. Never. I mean. Listen to those movies. They're really, really good. Oh my God, it's 58.
Okay. So, all right.
We're going to. Is there any more questions?
No. I think
We
we're
finish it
good.
all?
We're good.
Well, okay then, people. We hope you enjoyed the show, and if you think we're nuts, that's okay.
Yeah, it's
we
all
got
right. It's
thick
all right.
skins. We're all right. And now we're going to give our contact information now. For me, it's 203-627-7966. There's my email, White Buffalo, my website, www.rosemarylachance.com. But the most important one is www.gabrielle-publishing-house.com, where you can find all the books you need for your spiritual journey.
And you can get a hold of me on my website at karlaagustyn.com. And please watch my show on YouTube, which is called Spiritual Invitation.
Well,
This was great, dear.
it was.
Yeah, a lot
and
of fun.
we'll
Thank
be
you so much.
Bring
Thank
you
you for
another show in a
listening.
few weeks. And you stay safe and be well. And we love you and thank you for listening.
The river. Wash the journey from your hands. Feel the comfort flow inside you. Come this far, you understand.